grab your backpack if daylight's bright. We're squatching the trails from morning till night. Colin Haskins sets the pace, while camera person jokes in his face. We are CCIS, we're out each day, where the wildlife calls and the legends raise. So watch your step, don't make a joke, or your squatching license will be revoked. Footprints vanish, shadows hide, strange calls echo from the countryside. It's about getting out there, we all believe, adventure and laughter in Everly. CCIS, we're out each day, where the wild calls loud and the legends play. So grab your boots, come join the folks, or your squatching license might be revoked.
Hi everybody, today we're at People's State Forest in Barkhamsted, Connecticut. This is free for residents, it's open year-round. The Farmington River is right there. The Native American word for the Farmington River translated to beautiful river, and it is. Today I have a magnesium and ferrule strip, and we're going to see if we can get a fire going with this. We're going to have a picnic. I don't have a lighter or matches. If this doesn't start, then we don't have a picnic. So I gathered up some dry pine needles. I got some paper, and I got my electric bill. And I'm gonna turn that into energy instead of, I'm gonna get a little bit back from them today. Freaking, all right, so the idea is you just, save those, hold on. Got smoke. All right, let's try the paper. So, give it another try. All right, so on the end of this is a little saw blade. This is magnesium. All right, and I really want to have my picnic. It's been a challenging day. I really want to have. All right, so this is what you do is you saw. This is pure magnesium. You want to get those little flakes in there. Cut myself. I'm going to try something else here. This is my electric bill. Screw them. I really want to have this picnic. good amount of magnesium apparently. So, here we go. See if I can't get this started here. Haha. No lighter, no matches. You're welcome, people. And just so you know, I got that at Harbor Freight Tools. They have a little camping section. I got that for $1.99. Magnesium will burn even in wet conditions at 5,000 degrees. Voila. Voila. All right, so shout out to Greg Oven, Rocky Mountain Bushcraft on YouTube. Can of chili. He does it different than I'm going to show you. He does it a lot different. So what he does is he takes the can and would set it on the edge of the fire like that and turn it, right? Probably over here. I'm not going to do that. They can explode. And shrapnel, metal shrapnel, you can get seriously injured, possibly kill yourself. These things will explode with great force, and the metal's gonna go flying just like a gun. So, I like these. This is my chili. I like the flip tops because I don't have a can opener. See that? Look at that, folks. Now, pick up a tool. Thank God when you're in the forest, there's all kinds of tools for you. All right, look at that. We're gonna heat up our chili like that. You're welcome. You can do anything in a can like that. You know, your Chef Boyardee, your soups. I have chili, whatever you want. Knucklehead me picked turkey chili. That's okay, we got plenty of real. Anyhow, we're gonna let this chili heat up here. Look at that. How cool is that? How cool is that? Take the label off and add it to the fire. Oh, and I'll show you how to make charcoal. Look, here's how you make charcoal. You take wood and you let it burn down. It's crazy, I know. I know it's crazy. It's complicated. Look for your tools. And look for these guys. I'm telling you, when you're camping, I don't need a pot. When I'm done with that, I can just throw it out. Recycle it, sorry. And I can move it around. I can stir it if I want, but I'm just gonna set it away from the heat. So I already did this aside from Greg Oven. But that don't mean nothing. Greg Oven is the man. You want to check it out? Greg Oven's Rocky Mountain Bushcraft. You will learn a lot. That guy is light years ahead of me, and I'm going to admit it. But I'm trying to throw tribute to him today. And if I was really badass, I'd go catch a trout in that river and cook it. But I don't fish anymore. But I would fish if I was going to eat the fish. Yes, I would. But we're just out enjoying our day. Letting our charcoals go down. Don't just grab these guys. That guy's hot, see right there? These are adjustable. Got these here. But I kind of like that. gonna throw some kielbasa on. And we fed our dog a meatball grinder from the other night's dinner. And we'll give him some more, and then we'll recycle this. And he's got water here, just so you're concerned. He's got food and water, and that's also recycled and repurposed. All right. So, we're having a great day. I got Hummel Brothers kielbasa, and this is made in New Haven, Connecticut. This is good local stuff. We're gonna throw that on the freaking grill. Cheddar hot dogs, smoked cheddar hot dogs. That's how you do a CCIS style. No matches, no lighter. Hot dog buns with cheese. Chili nice and hot. Nothing exploded. It's hot. Ouch. There you have it. Cooking with CCIS. All right, let's enjoy. Trout management area special regulations apply to all trout. Catch and release only, barbless hooks only, open to fishing all year. Look at that guy. There it is. Oops. There are just so many minnows here. Trillions. Wow, that's nice. Wow. It's about getting out there. So what I did there, sloshing that around, is I loosened up some of the zooplankton and insects, aquatic insects for the minnows. So, and also so I could see them. When you do that, they come in. They're all over the place now. And they're foraging, you know, they're predators in their own right. And like I say a million times, if you don't appreciate the little things, you don't see the little things, then if you only see the big things, you're missing most of the picture. Got one. Last time I didn't show him. That's a little crayfish. Oh, see him? He's feisty. I'm not going to hurt him. Just going to show you. And we're going to put him right back where he was. There he goes. You see what I mean? Now, if I wasn't looking real close, he's right there. I would not see him. Now we're becoming friends now. Help him out. Put him back where he was. Just goes to show you. I mean, we were on the Appalachian Trail a couple episodes ago, and I spent 3 hours looking for one of those guys, trying to catch one. And there he was, just as easy as could be, very calm. There he goes. He's trying to get away from me. And you notice he's dark, and he's staying in that dark band there, right? Because he knows he's camouflaged. If he goes on this bright sand, he's going to stick out like a sore thumb. Wow, this is just a lot of fun here today. Labor Day's over, and that means that we can get back to our state parks. Just a couple days ago, almost a dozen state parks in Connecticut closed up because of overcapacity. And then what happens with overcapacity is you get bacteria in the water. Basically human fecal remains. Yeah. And that's why you don't see us do that. That's just beautiful here. I've so far seen bluebirds, swallows, and goldfinches, crows, doves, all kinds of birds. God, it's a nice day. Really clean water. Kind of wish I had thought about swimming, but when I headed out this morning, as will happen in September, it was cold. Now it's hot. So what I did here, as I just showed you, the minnows get attracted when you agitate their environment, loosen up all those little invertebrates. You can catch them. You see what I did is I dug out an area. They're going to naturally drift in here now because I stirred all that up. And if you wait long enough, you could just put something over that stick, mud them in, and then you got them. But don't do that. Don't hurt them. I'm not going to try to catch them. I might. So, you could catch, you could eat them. You could use them for bait if you had to. I mean, it's pretty cool. But that right there, I've done that since I was a kid, and you just got to wait long enough, and they will swim in there. And then you kind of got them. There's nowhere for them to go but that channel. As that drifts out, all that sediment that I just stirred up, they're going to start moving in towards it. You can get some pretty big pretty big fish that way. This is just nice. This river sand full of mica. So, across the river, you can hear the cars, is the American Legion State Forest. That was my original destination. But there's no picnic area, but that is a gorgeous, gorgeous campground. Now that used to be free, first come, first serve. I don't know. But shout out to Mad Mardic and Trevor, the bow hunters from the Outdoor Drive podcast. Shout out to the Outdoor Drive podcast. And this place they went fishing, got some nice brown trout. Shout out to those guys, check out their podcast. So you'll see, this looks like a game trail, but it's not. These are, so like the spot we were at, these are fishing trails, and they access every so often, every maybe 50, 100 feet or so. There's another opening along the river, so there are multiple openings on the river. Yeah, I know. I know you want to go out with us. So we got a million places like this, you know, and so, I mean, and look at this hemlock tree behind you here. This is a magnificent, just a magnificent forest. We have a report from a gentleman in the military that sent us a report and pictures, I believe, right? Pictures of a track or a report, just a report where we were cooking earlier. So good, by the way, that was so good. Up on the other side where the mountains are, into the People's State Forest. So this place is very squatchy. Aside from, you know, you got traffic. That's a very scenic road. So right now you're getting people driving home from work. I know. I gotta go catch the dog, our Sasquatch repeller. Anyhow, track and find your way to our like and subscribe button. Check us out on social media. And remember, it's all about getting out there. Oh, big one just jumped. So the fish right there where that duck is, right there where he first came into view, and along, he's going right along where these freaking trout are just popping. I mean, they are just one over there, one right there jumping, and right there. Man, they are jumping. I mean, if you're into trout fishing, and it's hot, oxygen levels are low, but not in there. Oh, there's plenty of activity there. That duck is moving. Oh, he just veered. He just altered course all of a sudden. Anyhow, wow. This is a great spot. He's going to be looking for vegetation and crustaceans and small insects, but right there they are just jumping. Harris Whitmore Campground on the People's State Forest. This campground is in memory of Harris Whitmore, long a member of the Connecticut State Park and Forest Commission, June 2nd, 1929. Bet it was cool back then, campground. It's no longer a campground. You got to go on the other side of the river to the American Legion, but that's cool too. Now that there is a right proper squatching stick. You never know. You can see how dense it is in there. It's unfortunate that road is there, but Beaver Dam. Well, that got the attention of the Canada geese. Watch, they're gonna try to change the name of that to American geese. I said it here first, they did it with the Gulf of Mexico. Now I call it the Gulf of South America. And they're gonna try to do it with the Canada goose. They're gonna wanna try to say America goose. It won't happen. Long live the Gulf of Mexico, baby. There they go. I wish I could tell you, so that's People's State Forest. This is American Legion State Forest. We were sitting over there at that picnic table watching people fill water up here, and I said, there must be a well here. Then I saw the yellow tag wherever that is. Anyhow, look at this. Oh, that is cold. All right, I'll let you know. Get out. Get out. Look at it. You even got a spot. That's how we do it here at CCIS. And right off of the freaking forest. I got this crazy bike guy here. So I forgot my backpack. I was leaving, and I was gonna go check out a fishing spot for Mad Mardik and Trevor, but for the outdoor drive. But I forgot my backpack. So luckily we were taking videos. We've been all over this river, so I was like, I don't know where it was. Well, we were able to track it down on video. So I turned around, and it's kind of a good thing and a bad thing. There's a bad accident, and there's going to be all kinds of traffic where we were. But I was going to show these guys a cool fishing spot. Anyhow, I go back to the forest, and I'm following this guy because I know kind of where I left my backpack, and he's heading in the same direction. And he's on a picnic table, and I said, and he looked at me weird, and I said, I'm not following you, I'm looking for my backpack. And he goes, that one there? So he had moved it. And I said, oh yeah, thank you. His name was Brian. I said, thank you. Brian shook his hand, thanked him. I asked him if he was going to put it by the road, and he goes, no, I'm going to leave it right there. Because I called the police because I didn't know if anybody fell in the river. Now, after he said that, I looked down at my backpack, and you know, I packed it up really well. I noticed that the big part of the zipper was open. Zipped open a little bit, just enough to reach a hand in. Well, if you reach a hand in there, you're gonna find a whole big 1-gallon Ziploc bag of plaster of Paris. So you're gonna see this big bag of this. Sorry, that's a thing I do. It's nice stuff. You're gonna find this big bag of white powder. And he said, I called the police. And I was like, oh, jeez. Let me get my backpack and get my plaster of Paris and get the heck out of here. You know, and I'm like, why would you call the police? I'm like, oh, because you think I'm packing narcotics. No, I don't do narcotics. I hate narcotics. I have zero tolerance for pills and narcotics. That being said, if I found a backpack with 5 pounds of white powder, I think I would have just left it alone. I don't know that I would have called the police. But he's a do-gooder. So I'm trying to get the heck out of here before I get harassed for my plaster of Paris, hauled down to the station, DEA agents all over me, probably get deported, only to find out it's plaster of Paris. And I say, oh, we're from CCIS. I need that for making my plaster cast of Squatch prints. That's what it's, plaster of Paris. Now, I always thought someday carrying around a big bag of white powder might not be the best idea, especially looking like I do, you know, out there in the middle of nowhere. And, yeah, true story. So, let's get our plaster of Paris out of here before I have some real issues. True story. So like I said, we're home now. And what he would have found when he reached in my backpack, he reached down in here, and look at that. That is pure, uncut plaster of Paris. It's got to be a good 3 pounds. Street value of about $3.50, about $3.50. Yeah. You do not want to ingest this stuff because it will thicken up like a rock inside of you.